started with your music?
Kind of started learning to sing when I was about 12, and then I picked up a guitar and wanted to really play that. So when I got to university, I just started really going for it. And I got to my second year of university and I realised the course I'm doing I don't want to do. So I started really getting into music, writing my own stuff. And then the ball got rolling from then, and just had people contact me, and it's been really crazy this last 4 or 5 months, and by the looks of it, next year is going to be even crazier.
Yeah, I mean, we were dying to get hold of you, so to have this moment is a big blessing for us. What's next for you in your music?
Next for me is, well, obviously it started in 2015, so it's kind of a new year. Just already I'm trying to get my head around what's going to happen. I've been contacted by a few people to write songs. I've also been contacted by a producer in London, so It's kind of amazing. It's all quite surreal, doing events, like just singing live in different places around the country, which is just the craziest part.
Have you got many collabs?
I have got a few collaborations coming up. A friend of mine, Hayley, she's on my course, she's a brilliant singer, and we're working on a few things, and I think we're bringing out a new cover in about January time. Yeah.
So you got a busy summer?
It is busy summer, yeah.
Not much party time?
Oh, maybe a little bit party time, but a lot more work than I thought that I was going to be having.
So 2015 goes to plan.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think would be the plan for 16?
16. Hopefully, I have a first EP out, which we did personally. We did it all ourselves. Hopefully by 2016, I should have an EP out that's professionally done. That'd be my dream. That'd be better than last year.
Yeah. You get a lot of support from your family and friends?
Yeah. My family are beyond supportive. My mum, she's my manager, so kind of shows you there. Mum manager is the best way, that she constantly has my thought first. And my friends are really supportive. They're constantly coming to my gigs and just taking videos and pictures is the best thing. Just constantly being there for me, just really, really nice. So
where would your music be based? Because you come back to Eastbourne now and again, but you mainly based in London, would you say?
Yeah, definitely based in London. I've got more of a fan base in London. Majority of them are my friends, but it's a bigger fan base in London. And it's kind of a bigger town, so it's more to try and get round, whereas Eastbourne's quite a small town, so I kind of wanted to try and do London first, get a bigger fan base, and then come back and kind of reconnect with some people I've got back here.
Do you think you'll ever come back down here once you've blown up a bit more and do a gig just for these people that
Definitely, I would definitely do
dying
that.
to hear you down here?
No, yeah, I'd definitely come down and do a gig down here. I did get offered something Christmas time, but it kind of fell through, so it kind of didn't happen. But definitely, I will be coming down to Eastbourne and doing some sort of gig.
How about Brighton? Because they've got a big music scene.
They do have a big music scene, and Brighton's a brilliant place to go. And I know a few people in Brighton that have talked to me about maybe performing in Brighton, so just whether that comes through again for the next year, we'll have to see and wait.
Do you think you're attracted to the hustle and bustle of London?
I kind of am. I don't know what it is, but I find Eastbourne quite slow, and London it's really fast paced. Sometimes a little bit too much, and I kind of want to take a step back, and that's when I come back and I kind of have a breather, get my head back on straight, and then go back to London, kind of reevaluate, and get running again like everyone does. Yeah.
We're coming back down here for a breather. You're still busy down here. I mean, talking to you, your mum, and
yeah. I tend to come home, think I'm having a breather, and then get more busy, and then have to go back to London because I'm like, oh no, too much. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun recently back for Christmas.
So you may need a holiday soon.
Thankfully, I'm going to Europe in February, so.
Performing?
No, just with my university. A bit gutted, but definitely will be taking my guitar and probably doing a cover out there. So.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Have you got anything planned for overseas? Do you think you'll ever go overseas?
Yeah, eventually. Don't know when or how, but I definitely want to go to China at some point and try and do some China, because they're quite a massive fan base in China. So it would be nice to kind of go out there and see people there.
Or on the Great Wall, or just
just
general?
Just the food, really. I just love food.
We've just been to Buffet Town. That was great.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, what would you say is the biggest thing for you so far? What's happened the biggest?
Probably The Voice for me. This year I got contacted by a producer from The Voice to go and audition, which was quite cool. I went along to the audition, and they put like this little S on my piece of paper, and I literally stood there like, what's this mean? Does that mean I'm single? And she was like, that's so mean of them to do that. Like, I'm not a single, you need to broadcast it to everyone. And then one of the girls was like, no, that means you've been scammed. You just immediately go for the first round, which was really, really cool. And then I got to meet some really great people. And then they've asked me to go back next year. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get further next year.
How do you feel about X Factor and things like that?
I'm doing a show in February about X Factor, about the behind the scenes of X Factor. I'm not the biggest fan of X Factor, I'm afraid, because I do know people that have been on it, and I know all the behind the scenes and what they do. So it is a great way to get into the market. You know, I just don't like their scheming and so on.
Yeah, I've heard some mixed stories about how it's all just run by producers.
Pretty much.
Sorry, Simon. That's us shut down. So when you first started in music, did you ever think you'd come this far?
No, I honestly thought I'd always be playing guitar in my room, doing little videos. My mum and my nan watching them, but that's about it. I never thought that I'd get to the point where I'm getting thousands of views on my videos, which was really cool. Like, I'm buzzed about it, really.
Well, we just heard you perform live right in front of us. And that's, you know, there's no monotone there. There's no studio backing you up, and you've got that talent. So you definitely deserve where you come from.
Oh, thank you very much. Cheers.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to anybody?
Maybe, no?
No? Where can we catch your music?
Oh yeah, you can catch my music on www.facebook.com/Tiffany Robinson Music or www.youtube.com/bandgirl with AAA. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching and make sure to check these guys' channel out more.